My fellow fighters and the people of the world, it's very interesting what is happening in the politics of South Africa. Day in, day out, we always hear stories, new revelations of some trending conversations in relation to the CIC Julius Malema. Today, however, is a conversation about the CIC winning in court over Mr. Kunene, the former deputy president of the Patriotic Alliance. The CIC won in one of the court cases where he was filing for defamation of character when Mr. Kunene was calling him a cockroach. Mr. Kunene was feeling himself busy calling the CIC a cockroach. And this word cockroach, I was speaking about it yesterday and I was saying you can't be calling human beings cockroach. But I have the video of Kunene calling this man cockroach. Listen to this.
To tell South Africans why I truly, the real truth, why I left the EFF because of this cockroach. So I am going to deal with this cockroach because we have given him time, we have given him respect, he's got his issues, he hates himself, now he hates everybody else. He also went for the TG of the ANC, he gets personal on politics. We have stood back, but now it's over. All right, it ends right now and I'm going to deal with him. All right, whenever I meet him, he must tell me that I'm a bandit in my face. But in the meantime, I will be calling the media and I will be addressing all these issues publicly after we have done what our people have voted for us to do. And that will be just before December. We just want to conclude all our coalitions, set up our governments, then I will deal with this little cockroach.
That's Mr. Kunene. He was very confident. You can see in that video. Feeling himself, he was very sure, very aggressive. Busy calling people cockroaches, calling the CIC cockroaches, claiming that he's going to expose the EFF, the EFF is corrupt and all of that. He's going to finally speak out and he's going to share his reasons as to why he left the EFF. And this, by the way, guys, this was 3 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. 3 years ago, this man was saying this. And then in 2022, the CIC went and filed a court case against of defamation. And this man didn't like the fact that the CIC was calling him Bantiti. But it didn't win any case based on that. But him calling an individual a cockroach, the court doesn't agree with him. The court believes that is not even a political statement. That is an insult and that is degrading for human right and human dignity. That's what the court said. So the CIC won. So this man, Mr. Kunene, to those who don't know, he is now expected to apologize to the CIC. He's also expected to either apologize on a written later, or he has to apologize vocally, making a video vocally, and he also has to pay the legal fees of the CIC, all the legal fees from all the time they've been going back and forth in court. So he has to compensate the lawyers of the CIC because he wasted the CIC's time and his lawyers, he wasted money. So the CIC won. I don't know if he's going to still appeal or what, but I believe the appeal has been denied because his picking of this thing doesn't make sense. And the other day, Mr. Gayton McKenzie was feeling himself so much because the CIC also told TD the other day that if Mr. Gayton McKenzie in JOP Zohambala saying things, lying and trying to defame the CIC, he's going to have to take him to court. So Gayton McKenzie responded. He said this. There they were reporting Malema essays won't hesitate to sue McKenzie for bad-mouthing him. And then Gayton McKenzie responded, is like, this one thing he has the sole mandate to insult people. Go to hell. Okay, go to hell. Look now, your former deputy president is the one who is going to hell, Mr. Gayton McKenzie. So the CIC is winning against these guys. And these guys, they don't win the case where he's calling them Amapantiti. They don't win that case. Kunene is not winning that case where the CIC is calling him a Pantiti. According to the court, that's not a hate speech. But him calling people cockroaches, that's a hate speech, and that's why the CIC is winning. The other day, and shout out to Mr. Herman Mashaba for denying and distancing himself from this Operation Tutula, these fake revolutionaries, these fake patriots who are busy going out here calling foreigners cockroaches. Just because they are foreigners, you have to call them cockroaches. You can't be calling people cockroaches. That's hate speech. Imagine this patriotism has gotten to the point where you end up calling people cockroaches. Come on, this is not patriotism. This is hatred towards other people who look like you. This is black on black hate. There's no way it's cockroaches. That's crazy, guys. That's crazy. So, I don't want to be part of it. The CIC clearly won't be calling anyone a cockroach because the person who called him a cockroach is losing a court case now of defamation of character. So, the CIC recently, on the interview with TD, he also spoke about how this man, he doesn't respect Kunene. He believes Kunene is a small boy in politics and it doesn't value his contribution in politics. And in the EFF, Kunene was dealt with in a very nice way by Floyd Shivambu after they took a ride. They went where Floyd Shivambu smooth talked him and told him that where to get off. So this is the CIC explaining that he's not scared of Kunene. Listen to this.
Because Kenya showed him the door.
Yes.
Yeah, I showed
he
him.
Came here to talk about
it's a boy.
Yes.
It's a boy. He was not. How can I? Okay. He says. They say to him, "How can you outshine the master?" Can you agree? Can you agree to you that I was his master at some point? Telling me about boys. I was his master at some point. How can he threaten me politically? There's no way. So. How can he left the EFF? It's actually Floyd who took a ride with Kenny from here to Rustenburg. After we had a discussion with Floyd and a guy called Machesana who used to print t-shirts for us downtown there, that Kenny is undesirable individual. He can't be part of this movement who are for me. Floyd took a ride with Kenny in the thing. And then he told Kenny from here to Rustenburg, back from Rustenburg, he said, you are a liability. That's a problem. The problem is that you are a liability. That's when Kenny said, if I'm a liability, let me go. A meeting was convened here at Bramfontein where Kenny said those are the things Floyd said to him.
High school gossip.
And I tried to say, of course I was agreeing with Floyd, but I was trying to save face. I was saying, no, we don't mean you must resign. We mean at least if you can take a back seat and then we allow the situation to calm down, then we'll see how we move forward.
Oh, so you're the person who's trying to manage it.
It's me who's trying to manage it.
You're the person who's the culprit in Kenny's eyes now.
So Nizwele, the CIC is saying he's not scared. So he won in court against this guy. Ngapa Gaten Mackenzie is busy fooling himself, thinking the CIC, hey, go to hell. Look, now it's Kunene who went to hell, Mr. Gaten Mackenzie. But I'm not saying they should go to court for every small thing. I wouldn't want it. Sometimes it's just political insult. I get it. But calling people cockroach, that was overboard. That was way too much. Like calling him this cockroach. I'm gonna expose this cockroach. That's crazy. That's crazy, guys. And it shouldn't get to that point. Whether in relation to someone you hate, whether in relation to foreigners, whoever, however, you shouldn't be calling people cockroaches. There's no ways. So yeah, man, shout out to the CIC for beating this man. He beat him. So this guy, within the coming 30 days, within a month, in fact, the verdict has came out today, but within a month, he has to apologize. A written apology, a statement, or apologize vocally, or face and also compensate the CIC. And if he doesn't do that, he's gonna face more consequences. But of course, he's not gonna do that. Imagine now, you are Kunene, you were speaking the way you were speaking. You saw that video, how much he was feeling himself. Now he has to apologize. After being so cocky like that, now you have to apologize because you were busy calling people cockroaches. You can debate with people. Don't have to insult them or call them names. Like, there's no ways, guys. Like, you can't do that. I always speak brutal honesty. You will never hear me calling people cockroaches, calling people derogatory words. It's unacceptable. You can't do that. So, Yeah, man, this is one step into a better future, I believe. People need to know how to speak to other people in the internet or wherever. And the CIC himself is also guilty of calling people weird names. But I wish those people could take him on in court so we can see how far as a politician you can go. What type of words can be used. And then in court, when they finally bring the verdict out, which words are acceptable to call people and what is hate speech. But yeah, man, in the meantime, shout out to the CIC for beating this guy. This guy was feeling himself, but they dealt with him very nicely. Very, very nice. But what can we say? It's the world we live in. We thank you very much, guys. Danko.